This is Tammy Duckworth of Illinois, combat veteran, member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, today responding to Trump Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, claiming there was nothing wrong with sharing detailed information about upcoming airstrikes in a private messaging app to a group that inadvertently included a reporter. From Senator Duckworth, quote, "Pete Hegseth is a effing liar." She didn't say effing. This is so clearly classified info he recklessly leaked that could have gotten our pilots killed. He needs to resign in disgrace immediately. Joining us now is Senator Tammy Duckworth of Illinois. Senator, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I appreciate you making the time.
Thanks for having me on, Rachel. It's such an important issue that you're covering.
We first learned about this about midday on Monday. It's now Wednesday night. We have learned more over the last couple of days about what happened in this group text about these forthcoming strikes. This is a very strong reaction that you have had to it. It's not only profane, it is it's mad. You're angry here. Can you explain your reaction to it and why you think Secretary Hegseth should resign?
I think he should resign because he put those pilots in danger. If you look at the text chain, that's my response was immediately after I read the actual text chain that showed him putting up on this unsecured platform, the drones are going to strike. And then he put down exactly how long it was going to be until the F-18s were going to be over the target area. If anybody had compromised that chain, those pilots could have been in danger. And that's why I was so upset. And I used my Army language in that text because he is the guy that's leading the military, and he put those pilots in direct danger. And by the way, if I were our allies, if I were the UK or any of our allies, I would think twice about sharing intelligence with us in the future, because we've shown that our Secretary of Defense, our national intelligence community, does not know how to safeguard classified information.
Let me ask you about the classified portion of this. Obviously, there's potential criminal liability here, whether or not this was classified information. But we've also now had these blunt assertions from the president, from other White House officials, from Mr. Hegseth, saying that there was nothing that was classified or that could be construed as classified information in the text. We know what Mr. Goldberg has published. We know that the NSC says that they've verified that this was the actual text chain. Does it seem to you that this is classified information?
It absolutely is. Any type of targeting information, sequencing of the attack, that's automatically classified. And that's why I called him a liar, because he's been saying there was no classified information. And then this text chain gets published, and we see clearly that it is classified information and that it directly put those pilots in danger.
Once all of those people on that text chain, and there were 18 or 19 people or something on it, once all of those people started seeing the type of information that was circulating, again, on a commercial app, non-government device or non-government system, certainly not a classified information system, what kind of responsibility did they all have? Because I'm struck here by Michael Waltz, the national security advisor, having started this text chain and having apparently added the reporter to it. I'm struck by the fact that Mr. Hegseth made the decisions that he made to post what he did to this chain. I'm struck by the fact that the CIA director posted the name of an active intelligence officer. But I'm also thinking about Stephen Miller in the White House, and Susie Wiles, the White House chief of staff, and Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, and Tulsi Gabbard, the DNI, and all of these other, the Secretary of Treasury was on this for some reason. All of these people, once they realized the type of information that was on this chain, if they were responsible with that type of information, what should they have done? And who do you think is most culpable in terms of their behavior here?
Well, that's just why I say they should all lose their jobs, because they needed to have spoken up. As soon as he put that information on there and posted the information about the sequencing, what the strike was going to be, what platforms were going to be used, Tomahawks, drones, F-18s, for example, someone on that chain should have said, hey, this is not the correct platform. Let's switch over to the SIPRNet. And not a single one of them spoke up. That is egregious dereliction of duty in terms of their jobs, they needed to have spoken up, especially those who are in the intelligence community. And don't tell me that they don't know that. You've got Tulsi Gabbard, who, claims that she's a combat veteran and she has all this experience. You've got the CIA director, who at one point was also the DNI at one point in the previous administration. These people know better, and not a single one of them spoke up, which is why they're all culpable.
Senator Tammy Duckworth of Illinois, member of the Armed Services Committee, thank you for your clarity on this. Thanks for making time to be with us tonight, Senator. It's an honor to have you here.
Thanks for having me on.
All right. More news ahead tonight. Stay with us.